I am your host, Q Nice, and we just got finished watching the film, The College Life. And now we have this exclusive interview. I got some good guys, the brothers who are in the building right now. I want to let them introduce themselves. Guys, how you doing? Please introduce yourselves.
Hey, it's going good. It's going good. Thank you for having us. My name is Andretti Dante, the writer, director, and editor of the film.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Shaun Fletcher. I'm one of the actors in the film The College Life. How's it going?
Yes. And who do we have next?
What's up, my friends? My name is Mba Shakoor. I am, too, one of the actors in The College Life.
All right. Guys, thanks so much for being here. Andretti, you and I are familiar with each other. It's good to see you again. I just call you Dreddy, you know. But it's always good to see you. You are definitely a familiar face here at the festival, so it's good to see you. And to all of you, Happy New Year. Wanted to start talking about this film, The College Life, and how this whole concept came together. Andretti, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, this one is a funny thing because if you remember, like with my one film, Trust Issues, how I say, in all my films, I put stuff from my upbringing and from my home to pay homage to stuff. And like the character that Shaun played, Vince, is based off one of my close best friends in San Antonio. And the reason why he's named Vince is because he was in love with Vince Young. And so I named the character Vince, paying homage to the obsession he had with Vince Young. Right. And then the concept from the movie came from one day we went to go see Transformers and stuff. And my boy always has real bad gas. And he was blowing it up to another level. And when we was walking out the movie, the guy that was sitting in front of him, the two guys, the one guy was like, "Oh man, that movie was awesome." And the other guy was like, "Yeah, man, but it effing stinks, bro." And that's where I kind of got the concept of with the character of having it where he got the bowel movements and his stomach is messed up and stuff. And it's kind of a thing where Vince, the character Shaun plays, is fully based off of my one friend of when we was in college and stuff, and how he used to act and be and stuff like that and everything. But he was a basketball player and stuff, and like he was like a rock star basketball player and what's name in college and stuff. But I just wanted to switch it up a little bit and just change it some. And I was like going with a football thing with the Vince name and stuff. I knew that would be more when people from my hometown and stuff and that grew up with us and stuff would see it, they would know what it was, who it was based off of and stuff like that.
Okay, indeed. Shaun, there are a lot of funny moments in this film, at least for me. What would you say is the height or maybe the best part of being involved in this film?
Well, I appreciate you saying that. It's always nice when, especially a film like this, it has challenges, it's up and downs. And even to get to this moment and have audiences appreciate work that you've done, it just shows that we had an amazing team heading into this. And the height of it would be, man, I want to say the whole project, but that's a little bit of a cliche answer. Let's just say, I think it was when Wiz stepped in, because one of the actors called out last minute. So all of a sudden, Wiz just comes in, flies right in, and Mba and I had been like a good highlight, like a good height. We'd been riding around, kind of rehearsing, connecting. Like naturally, we just came together. Wiz comes in, boom. It's like I felt like we all just knew each other for 10 years. And that was just like the height of it, because it just felt like we just had this fluid kind of connection that you don't always get on set. Sometimes it's like you may be acting with another person, but it doesn't that chemistry isn't there. This was just, it came together like that and it was just lipped off. I mean, it was like we were just joking around off screen in our own dorm room. And that's what,
Right.
and that's what the height of it was for me. I mean,
It's good.
That's pretty much it, I think. Yeah.
Mba, Shaun had mentioned
Yes, sir.
chemistry. He was talking about chemistry. How was it working with Shaun?
Oh man, it was incredible. It was like one of my old buddies from, back in the day. It was so natural. We went in and I believe I didn't see him at the auditions. I was a little worried about that character. And I was like, yo, as soon as I got to the set, boom, we clicked just automatically. It was like, yo, two buddies reuniting. And, from that point on, we just had so much in common. And we kind of had to bounce off each other with the comedy and trying to, keep it flowing at the same time. It came so natural for us. And a lot of actors, you meet them, you have to get to know them. You have to really figure out their backstory, what they're all about. But with Shaun, it was like instant.
That's what's up. Shaun, I want to go back over to you for a second. And then, Mba, I would like for you to follow up with this question. But Shaun, this one is for you. And then I want to go to Mba. What is it like working with Andretti?
Man, that's my brother. That's my brother from another. Seriously, he's my boy. I think we've written, I can't even name a number. We've written countless scripts. I think you've seen a few of the projects. And like I was talking about with Mba, this is a different kind of connection. This is like the connection where he has an idea, he flips it over to me, and all of a sudden magic just appears from there. I know College Life wasn't a project I was involved in writing, but this goes to that because Andretti spotted me out and he kind of already knew, hey, this is who I want in. I'm like, man, are you sure? I just got to LA. I do the audition. I'm nervous as hell, but the way Andretti just brings out the best in you. He's like that Phil Jackson or that,
That's very cool.
Yeah. He just, or that Nick Saban, he's that top dog that just knows how to get the very best out of you. And we speak to each other without even without even exchanging words. We kind of know we each bring a certain thing to the table, and it only enhances the stuff that we touch. And
that's good.
It continues to.
You guys just automatically just click.
Oh yeah. It's an
automatic. Right over to you. What are your thoughts about working with Andretti?
Yes, sir. Yo, I like to echo that for sure. Andretti is just, I have to say, worked with a lot of directors, and he has patience. I mean, once I got to the audition, and I was nervous as hell because I believe they switched the script on me. They changed. I went in for one part, and I ended up reading for another part. And so he was just so patient. And when I landed the part, I was worried about, man, I might not be, what he's looking for. I mean, I didn't have the confidence in myself working with Andretti. It just, he was so patient with me and allowed me to do my own thing. And he pretty much puts you in a position to shine. And that's what a lot of directors have to learn. You have to let the actor do his thing. And that's what Andretti is famous for, letting the actor breathe and do his thing. And that was beautiful.
That's a good choice of words, letting the actor breathe. I like that. Andretti, I want to go over to you for a second. How is it working with Shaun and Mba?
What's the name? It's that thing of, I don't like to get cocky, but it's that thing where I like to be to where I got an eye and I see something, like say like Mba came out for a character and stuff, and when he was reading for it and stuff, and I got home and I was watching the tapes and stuff, and I was like, oh man, this guy be perfect for the character Nate, this and that. And that's when I hit him with the switch. And then with Shaun, it was just that natural thing where that's a crazy thing with Shaun, is that we met on another set. And when he walked in, I was like, oh man, this dude may work. This is not for this movie I got going. And then when Shaun came up to the audition and stuff, and I told Shaun when like he came to the audition stuff, I was like, don't act like you don't be tripped out or think something weird when I act like I don't know you. Because when I audition people and stuff, I like to sit back in a neutral area and let them just naturally show what they got and stuff. It's that thing where from day one, it just was that magical thing where it just clicked, and Shaun and I just, it's like we can speak to each other without speaking and stuff. Like I can see when Shaun is doing something and I'll be like, oh man, you know what, Shaun, I love what you bring it to it, what you're doing, this, that, but maybe add this, add that, and da 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 da, and then he'll do it and just boom, it just naturally flies off the rack and stuff.
Nice.
And like that's one of those things with me is that like I love what they're saying and this and that is that I'm just so laid back with this stuff, and I hear it so many times where people are so used to being on sets with directors that be all in their feelings and acting a certain way and this and that, where for me, I like to let the actor feel as comfortable as possible and let them add their perspective of that character and stuff. Like and just kind of coast them and take them in. Like, say for instance, if my boy Glenn Wiz was here, and that's kind of what Shaun was talking about. Last minute, the day of, we was already 2 hours late waiting for this actor, and the actor didn't show up. And
oh wow,
that's the way my team with Wiz and Fleazy and all of us on our sets. You got to be ready to jump in at any time to help out. Like you're only as strong as your team. And like Wiz got in there, we 2 hours late. Wiz, I gave him the script, and he had 30 minutes to go remember the script. So you see the raw cuts of the edits and stuff, it'll be where Mba would say a line and Wiz supposed to come next, and they like looking over to the right. And Mba would say his line, this and that, and then Wiz would just be sitting there not saying nothing because he don't know what he's supposed to say. Like, he just got the script. Like, he ain't rehearsed this or nothing. Like, Mba would turn and look like, hey, man, aren't you supposed to say something? Just that. Then that's when I had to step in and be like, hey, just da 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 da. Then he'd be like, oh, yeah, that's right. He's like, man, I forgot, man, my bad, and stuff. And it's one of those beautiful things to see the movie be doing so well and like be getting the awards and stuff because of the chaoticness that the we had leading up to the movie and getting it done and doing all this stuff. And I'm just thankful to have amazing souls be a part of the project and stuff.
Yeah. You know, that's always something that's very important, you know, and you guys have been talking about it, that chemistry and being able to click together. It's very important when you're working on, you know, on a set, whether it be, you know, for a month or a year, a couple of days, a couple of weeks. It's just all important. Really quickly, I want to stay with you, Andretti, for a minute. And I want to talk about location. You know, we always talk about location. Location is something that's very important. How important was location for this particular film?
Oh, it was super important. And it just so happened it was a one apartment complex that we found, and they had the thing built like that. And I was like, oh, this is perfect for a dorm. This is so dorm. And then it was just great of my crew with them making the signs and stuff that are up on the walls and stuff. They made those and we put them up and stuff. Cause I was like, if you go to a college and this and that, and I know like when I was in school and stuff like that, there'll be stuff all around the room and stuff. And if I wanted to just have it kind of posted up around theirs and stuff, because that's Vince and everybody loved him. He's the rock star of the school. He's like, you know, just this and that. And I know that's how it was when I was in school, where you had that star player and people would just be putting up their stuff all around his room and stuff. Location is key. Location is key because of you got to make sure you have it right to where it looks believable. You take them to that world and stuff.
Indeed. If